Welcome back to Dazzy Cars. Today's car proves something very important about the automotive world. Excitement doesn't always come from screaming exhausts or wild top speed numbers. Sometimes greatness is built quietly, intelligently, and with a long-term vision that most people only appreciate years later. The older generation Lexus RX450h is one of those vehicles. It didn't chase headlines. It didn't try to be flashy. But it completely changed how America looked at luxury SUVs, hybrids, and everyday comfort. This is the SUV that convinced thousands of buyers that you could have refinement, reliability, efficiency, and real-world usability without sacrificing status or comfort. Now let's talk about the exterior, because the older RX450h has a design that aged far better than most people expected. It carries that classic Lexus DNA, smooth lines, confident proportions, and a shape that feels premium without being aggressive. This was before Lexus fully leaned into sharp angles and extreme grills, and honestly, that's part of the charm. The front end looks calm and composed, with headlights that feel elegant rather than angry. The body flows naturally from front to rear, and the stance communicates stability and confidence instead of sportiness for show. This RX doesn't scream for attention, but it earns respect. It's the kind of SUV that still looks right pulling up to a nice restaurant, a corporate office, or a quiet suburban driveway. The hybrid badging is subtle, almost understated, and that perfectly matches the personality of the car. Lexus wasn't trying to prove anything. They were quietly executing a plan that would pay off years later as hybrids became mainstream. Moving inside, the interior is where the RX450h really begins to show why it became such a massive success in the United States. Open the door and you're welcomed by a cabin that prioritizes calm. The materials are soft, well-finished, and unmistakably Lexus. Leather seats feel supportive and plush, the dashboard layout is logical, and everything is built with that legendary Lexus attention to detail. Nothing rattles, nothing feels cheap. Even after years on the road, many of these interiors still feel solid and composed. Now let's talk about comfort and technology, because this is where the RX450h won over American families. The seating position is high and commanding, visibility is excellent, and long drives feel effortless. This is an SUV designed to reduce stress, not increase adrenaline. The ride quality is smooth and composed, soaking up road imperfections with ease. Whether you're cruising on the highway or navigating city streets, the RX feels relaxed and confident. Technology in the older RX450h reflects its era, but in a way that still works today. The infotainment system isn't flashy, but it's functional. Climate control is excellent, audio quality is strong, and everything feels intuitive once you spend a little time with it. Lexus focused on usability rather than gimmicks, and that philosophy shows. This interior wasn't built to impress reviewers for 1 year, it was built to satisfy owners for a decade. Now let's talk about what makes this RX truly special, the hybrid powertrain. Under the hood, the RX450h combines a V6 engine with electric motors to deliver smooth, seamless power. This isn't a performance SUV, but it never feels underpowered. Acceleration is quiet, confident, and refined. Power delivery is linear, predictable, and perfectly suited for daily driving. What really stands out is how effortlessly everything works together. The transition between electric and gasoline power is smooth, almost invisible. Fuel efficiency was a major selling point, especially in the US market, where luxury SUVs traditionally meant high fuel consumption. The RX450h changed that narrative. Owners could enjoy premium comfort and space while saving money at the pump, and that combination proved irresistible. This was a hybrid that didn't feel like a compromise, it felt like an upgrade. Now let's talk about handling and driving feel. The RX450h isn't trying to be sporty, and that's a good thing. The steering is light, easy, and predictable. The suspension is tuned for comfort, not corner carving. This SUV prioritizes smoothness, stability, and confidence. It's perfect for daily commutes, family road trips, and long highway cruises. Lexus understood its audience perfectly, and they delivered exactly what American buyers wanted. Safety is another area where the RX450h shines. Even in older generations, Lexus packed this SUV with strong safety fundamentals. Solid construction, excellent crash test performance, stability control, traction control, and advanced braking systems all contributed to its reputation as a safe, trustworthy family vehicle. This is one of the reasons so many RX models are still on the road today. Owners trust them. Now let's talk about pricing and value, because this is where the RX450h truly earns its legendary status. When new, it wasn't cheap, but it justified every dollar with quality, reliability, and long-term ownership satisfaction. Today on the used market, the older RX450h represents one of the smartest luxury SUV buys you can make. You get comfort, efficiency, reliability, and prestige all in one package. Few vehicles age this gracefully. As we move toward the emotional ending, the older Lexus RX450h represents a shift in mindset. It showed America that luxury didn't have to be wasteful, that hybrids could be refined, and that long-term value mattered more than short-term excitement. It's not a car that chases passion, it earns loyalty. And sometimes that's far more powerful. If you appreciate vehicles that quietly change the industry and reward their owners year after year, make sure you're subscribed to Dazzy Cars. This channel is about understanding cars beyond the spec sheet, the stories, the impact, and the legacy. And before you leave, don't forget, the McLaren Speedtail video is already uploaded on the channel right now. If you want to experience the absolute opposite end of the automotive spectrum, futuristic design, extreme speed, and hypercar innovation, go watch that Speedtail review immediately. One car defines everyday luxury, the other redefines what's possible. I'll see you there right here on Dazzy Cars.